Hello, hello, hello. Old School Cafe. Thanks for letting me jump in on the party. I have the pleasure of introducing one of my favorite collaborators. Now, without further ado, get your dancing shoes on. Get ready for the dopest of the dope, Mr. Questlove.
See you later.
Hey world, hey world,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a world premiere. This is actually a world of me. My name is Amir Questlove Thompson of the Legendary Roots Crew, and I want to welcome you. Thank you for joining us as we're getting ready to kick off tonight for Old School Cafe 2021 Harlem Renaissance Gala. All right, so first things first, you guys are going to need this link to join the virtual gala stream when it kicks off tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. on the East Coast. And look, this is all I want y'all to do. I want you to enjoy this crazy little set I do. You know, I might do a half hour. I might do 30 hours. Who knows? Depends on the vibe I get from y'all. But what I would like you to do is take out your cell phone. These little things. Take out your cell phone and you're going to text the word old school. OLDSKOOL. SKOOL. Not SCHOOL. Old school. OLDSKOOL. And you're going to text that to 707070. Again, get on 707070, 707070, and text the word old school. And that is going to make a difference. Donate what you can. I'm donating my time. I'm giving you something, nourishment, some spiritual, musical, creative nourishment, and you people are going to do your part by donating. And I'm gonna go where the wind takes me. I'm just gonna play some music that I'm feeling right now, and I appreciate it. So let's get with it. Also, make sure you follow along at Old School Cafe at OLDSKOOLCAFE. Old School Cafe. Make sure you follow that, okay? And we hope everyone just has a good time and listens to the music. Let's go.
Some boy you not ready for this tune and deadly mix. Some boy you not ready for this tune and deadly mix.
Once again, make sure you text old school OLD SKOOL to 707070.
Should take the time, express what's in our hearts and minds. I know we have many things to say. We shouldn't waste another day. Why don't we give love a chance? Bring back into our romance the things we hold so close, my dear. Understanding close as fear. It's now our time. The ladies on the 17th. Some people think that she's too young. They say her life was just begun. No reason to feel insecure. Her mind and body all so pure. I'd love to share my life with her. Seemingly I love.
Play this chord, you ain't hitting the B flat right. I'm gonna make a hit. It was the last thing I do. I done come home to you and you done put your cold feet on me. Get up on your feet, woman.
Time for sorrow, and we ain't got time, no time, oh, time to be sad, to be sad, to be sad, to be sad. And maybe the world ain't what it could be, but to understand why is to know reality. Oh, don't give in.
Hang on, y'all.
I said hang on. Hang on in there. Hang on in there. Hang on in there. Hang on in there. Hang on in there.
Check out someone else. Railroad tracks, yeah. In my neighborhood, ain't no trains around. That part just ain't no good. Lovers come and then lovers go. That's what folks say. Don't they know?
She's mine. Oh no, she's not. Come on, Joey, you know that girl is mine. Oh, come on, she told me she loved me. Oh yeah? When? Yesterday. Every night she walks right in my dreams. Since I met her from first start, I'm so proud I am the only one who is special in her heart. The girl is mine. Yes, the dark brown girl is mine. Dark brown girl is mine. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Some boy not ready for this tune and deadly man.
You'll break my heart, but I'll be there beside you. Surely you'll break my heart, but I'll be there beside you. Surely you'll break my heart, but I'll be there beside you. Surely you'll break my heart, but I'll be there beside you with lots of love to give. Love can sometimes love can sometimes be just like a
Don't forget, text old school to 707070.
Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Ain't no love, and it's shown up for pity. Ain't no love, 'cause you ain't around. You ain't around. You ain't around. You ain't
is a miracle. More than I have, girl. Your love is a miracle, Black magic in the first degree, in the first degree, in the first degree, in the first degree, in the first degree.
Some boy, you not ready for this. This tune and deadly mix.
Bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag goo. You a bad girl and your friends bad too. Oh, you got the swag, saucy drippin' swag goo. Oh,
I may be young, but I'm ready to give you all my love. I told my girls you can get it. Don't slow it down, just let.
There are some people that have let the problems of today lead them to conclude that for them life is not the way. But every problem has an answer if yours you cannot find. You should talk it over to him, he'll give you peace of mind. When you feel your life's too hard, just go have a talk with him.
I've ever known was like the kiss on a collarbone, the soft caress of happiness, the way you are, your style of dress. I wish I didn't get so weak. Ooh, baby, just to hear you speak makes me argue just to see how much you're in love with me, 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 love with me.
Pride has driven us both apart, but words can hardly say. Only vanity will make you try to hurt me. Curling and
Ladies and gentlemen, check it out, y'all. Check it out. You've been on a Shamann Questlove experience. It's called Music of My Mind. Go where the wind takes me. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the Old School Cafe for having me. Make sure you good people out there follow Old School Cafe, OLDSKOOLCAFE at Old School Cafe. And don't forget, text Old School, that's KOOLSKOOLOLDSKOOL. Make it into a jingle. Make sure you text Old School to 707070. All right, let me take the echo off so you know for sure. Old School to 707070. 1710. No, not 1710. Confusing. 707070. All right? Text Old School. And my name is Questlove. And I'd like to thank you guys for having me. And off to you, Teresa. I'll see y'all later.
I was a correction officer right out of college working with juveniles, and I just became really heartbroken seeing how many young people are caught up in this whole incarceration system and don't feel a way out. So I wanted to create something that would be jobs, but also a sense of family, and then a sense of purpose. We could just keep building more prisons and having them sit in a jail cell and their spirit and their hope continue to be crushed, or we could have them, you know, thriving and investing in and seeing what is possible if we just give them the opportunity. Old School Cafe is a full nonprofit, and the heartbeat is the transformation for our youth, and we use a restaurant as the vehicle to accomplish that.
Here at Old School, I was provided a second chance, and I'm utilizing it.
Old School helps at-risk youth to stay off the streets and have another opportunity in life.
What I like about Old School is they care about us in our future.
Thank you, Questlove, for that amazing DJ set, and Lin-Manuel Miranda for the giving of your time and support of our youth at Old School Cafe. Welcome, everyone, to Old School Cafe's annual Harlem Renaissance Gala. My name is Tiffany, and I will be one of your co-hosts for the gala today. I'm an alum who's been a part of Old School since 2005, since that very first meeting in Teresa's apartment in San Francisco. Watching that video of how Old School was started really takes me back. I mean, when I was a 16-year-old kid, I had no idea what kind of impact the mentoring program turned supper club would have on my life. I walked into that apartment a broken kid from Bayview with, you know, an absent drug addict mother, a question mark for a father, and all the abandonment, depression, and anxiety that went along with it. Today, you know, I'm still healing from the dark side of my youth, but for the past 16 years, I've had a support system that is Old School. A place that has been, you know, has offered love and support, you know, the things I was really looking for from my parents. A safe space to cry and thrive and really exist without fear of judgment. The support I received from Old School, you know, it's given me the tools I needed to become the first youth of the program, to graduate college in New York and go on to get a master's degree in screenwriting from USC, one of the most prestigious film schools in the world, I might add. What remains to be true is that you enter Old School as strangers and you certainly leave as friends. So today, my co-host is my friend, my family, and who the kids call Mama T. Please welcome the founder of Old School Cafe, Teresa Goings.
We are so excited to be with you all today. Well, I really miss getting to be with you in person this year. I'm so happy to see all of you, especially those of you that don't live in the Bay Area, but are able to join us since our gala is online this year. We want to say a huge thank you to our sponsors, the Golden State Warriors, California Healthcare Foundation, Incline Insurance, Alec and Priya Gupta, Lily and Alex Wang with Rainmaker Real Estate, Bon Appetit Management Company, and Kaiser. We have a fun show for you today, and we know many of you are in front of a screen most of the day. So we're going to keep our event to a fun and inspiring hour. In this hour, you'll get to hear updates directly from our current youth on the impact your support is making in their lives. We're going to have several raffle drawings and fun prizes as a way to say thank you for your support. We also have awards for this year's Old School Cafe honorees, as well as you're going to get a chance to learn how to make one of our most popular dishes and cocktails at Old School Cafe.
You'll also get a chance to hear from our house band, Benjamin, and look into the lives of some of our alumni and what they've gone on to do after Old School. And of course, the reason we are all here to raise a boatload of money for our youth who deserve to be loved, cherished, and given the opportunity and support they need to thrive. Before we get started, Becca is going to review some helpful logistics with you.
We want to make sure that your technology works smoothly throughout our program. If you experience any technical issues, please send me an email at contact@oldschoolcafe.org. Frequently asked questions can be found on our website at oldschoolcafe.org/virtualgala. There are a couple of ways to give tonight. We'll put our donation link in the comments throughout the program. You can also text the word Old School to 707070 and give through your phone. If you prefer to pledge a gift tonight and give later through a check or donor advised fund, you'll find the information on the screen and in the chat. Email contact@oldschoolcafe.org with the amount you're pledging so that we can add it to our giving total. Your gift today has a lifelong impact. Thank you for your generosity.
For those of you who are learning about Old School Cafe for the first time, we thought we'd start with a behind-the-scenes look at what the youth are learning at Old School and how your support makes a huge difference in their lives.
Welcome to Old School Cafe. My name is Sergio. I've been here over 2 years and I'm 19 years old, and today I would like to show you what me and my coworkers do behind the scenes.
Hi, my name is Azaria. I am 17 years old. I've been at Old School for 3 months now. Old School is a place that teaches you how to work in a restaurant, learns how to work, period, and it's a program that helps a lot. I feel like Old School is a place that allows me to be myself and express how I feel. And they have a lot of love here. It's like a family. Hosting is another position that we learn at Old School, and what we do is we take reservations on the iPad. We take phone calls for reservations. We're also the first impression of the whole restaurant. So like, we're the first person you see when you walk in. We're the first person to greet you. We're the first person to sit you down at your table. Hi, welcome to Old School Cafe. Do you have your vaccination card? Do you have a reservation?
Yes, it's under Zamari. I can see.
Okay, follow me right this way. How's your day going? Is this your first day at Old School Cafe?
Yes, it is.
Okay, well, I'm Azaria, and your server will be right with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One of the first things we learn here at Old School Cafe is being on time and also putting up your phone so you won't get distracted during your shift. Also, we get the opportunity to cross-train here. When the new youth come, they get to choose what position they would like. So they got to train in it, like dishwasher or cook, or they want to become a chef. They get to work in the back of the house. I wanted to be to the front of the house. So now I'm a server, but I had to work to get up here. And today I'm going to show you how it is to be a server. I usually go to the table and greet them with a smile, make them feel good, make them feel comfortable, and make sure they're all happy. If they one looks sad, you know, ask them a question, make their day better. You know, how you doing? What's wrong? Where you coming from? Is this your first time? And if they say yes, we usually tell them our story, and our story is about we're a nonprofit organization from the ages of 16 to 22. So all the money that you spend here is going to go back to the youth for another opportunities and other chances and life skills and all the skills they need to get another job. Also, we give them like around 5 minutes or so to look at the menu, and then we come and take their order or just their drink sometimes because they're still looking at the menu, because there also is a story on the menu. They usually read it and they're pretty entertained, and then they start asking you questions, and you know, you can answer however you want. Make sure you circulate. Make sure you don't just leave them there, you know, just give them their food and then leave them there. What if they don't like their food? You gotta make sure everything's okay and everything is good. And if it's not, then you make sure you get it and come back with a better one and make sure they're satisfied, because we don't want them unsatisfied, because, you know, this is a at-home feeling restaurant. We want you to make you feel like you're at home and comfortable.
Hi, my name is Zamari. I'm 17 years old and I've been at Old School for 3 months. Old School to me is a place I can come and be myself and learn new skills that I didn't have before. Old School has helped me with time management, money management, and also communication skills and public speaking. Now I'm going to show you guys how we set the tables and bust the tables. Now I'm going to bust the table.
Hello, my name is Ty. I'm 19 years old and I've been at Old School Cafe for 2 years. It's definitely a new experience for me personally, being able to train new people and especially the people that are going to work with me. So one of the things that Old School Cafe helped me is to build my confidence in myself. Before I started working here, I was afraid to speak to people. I hate public speaking, especially to new people that I don't know. Old School has really helped me overcome the challenge and be a better version of myself. Over here we have our fryer station. We're gonna do most of our fries, our famous warrior wings, our Jordan fried chicken, and our fried calamari. This is our line. This is where I mostly stay. One of the things I enjoy most about being on the line is being able to put the food, great food together with beautiful presentation. Right here is our gourmet station. So on this station, the person in charge of it will do dessert, salad, and all the sweet we have. This station over here, we have the 3-bin station, and over here we have this machine station. So most of the time, when you start at Old School, your first experience at of back of the house is going to be on this station. Here it's a lot of hard work. A lot of people don't like it, but it's just part of the training. We all go through it, and we all get it together.
Wow, hello everyone. I don't know about you, but I am so blown away by the young people at Old School Cafe. This is exactly why they say, come hungry, leave inspired. Let's come alongside them and give generously to support the hard work these kids are doing, the ways in which they're growing and positively impacting the incredible Bayview community and world at large should not be lost on any of us. Please take a moment to donate by texting Old School to 707070 or clicking on the link below. Oh yes, and I'm Gina Davis, and I personally wanted to help support this amazing work by donating the first raffle prize of 2 passes to our annual Bentonville Film Festival, dedicated to diverse and inclusive voices in media. From me to you, this is a reminder that we all create the world we want to live in, one small step at a time. Good luck. And keep up the amazing work, Old School.
We want to thank Gina Davis for donating our first prize, which is tickets to the Bentonville Film Festival, which goes to Al Mayberry. Congratulations. We also are going to pick 3 other winners, and this is a big thank you to Lin-Manuel Miranda for donating 3 of his books. And so let's see, those 3 winners are... First goes to Nigel Smith. Congratulations. The second goes to Christina Allo. Congratulations. And the last winner goes to Paul Araya Jr. Congratulations to all of our winners. Please email us at contact@oldschoolcafe.org to receive your tickets. You know our event now would not be complete without our District 10 Supervisor, Shamann Walton, stopping by. Thanks for joining us today, Supervisor Walton.
Hi, this is Shamann Walton, President of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, representing District 10. And I just want to give a major shout out to Old School Cafe. I remember the early days when Old School Cafe was something that Teresa Goins would talk about, having a youth-ran supper club right in community, working with children who have maybe made mistakes in their life, but giving them the opportunity to learn all aspects of the restaurant business and hospitality. Old School Cafe is that place. They continue to do great work. I encourage everyone to come out to Old School Cafe, come out to Mendel Plaza, have a meal, enjoy yourself, hang out during happy hour. Old School Cafe is an amazing place, and more importantly, youth run everything, and it's an amazing way to support our young people right in Baby Runners Point. Old School Cafe, congratulations on your continued service to community.
Thank you, Supervisor Walton, for being such a champion and part of our village for so long. At Old School Cafe, one of our core values is being a family, and everyone is included in that family. We want to see if we can get 100% participation in our donation. So right now, we would like to invite everyone to give, no matter the size, be it $10, $20, $1 million, whatever you want to give. Every single gift matters and makes an impact. Who thinks we can get everyone to participate? Yeah? Click the link in the Zoom chat or text Old School to 707070 or email your pledge to contact@oldschoolcafe.org. And then we'll check back in to see how close we are to hitting our goal today.
I'm so glad you got a peek behind the scenes to see what our youth are learning at Old School Cafe. When the youth first come into the program, it's a 12-week intensive restaurant training, so you got to see a little bit of that. But also, as Sergio mentioned, they get life skills, soft skills to help them be successful, because we want them to have every skill they need to heal and be passionate about what they want to do in life. So we are excited to see, let's check and see how we're doing so far with our goal today. Oh my goodness, we are so excited. Thank you for your donations. Thank you, Ben and Stephanie Patterson, Peter Baum, Kathleen Clark. You guys are making a huge difference in the lives of our youth. Every single donation you make helps us get closer to that goal. Let's keep it going.
And now we just like to check in with some of our youth to see how they've been doing during this pandemic, and just to see how Old School has been a support to them.
Throughout the pandemic, it was kind of stressful for me because I wasn't used to just being locked in like that, and I was used to always being outside too. It was really important for Old School to stay open during the pandemic because it helped me grow a lot and realize who was supposed to stay in my life and those who weren't supposed to be there. Life skills and coaching is like something that other jobs don't provide, and they help us like from all the way outside the street, like to the streets, like outside of just work. They take care of us too, from getting your license, from graduating school. So it made me a better person and more mature.
Because of the pandemic, it's been really tough on us, and it's really harder on the youth because they're, this is their safe haven, and this is a place where they come and feel safe and can, achieve some of their goals. And with them not being able to come in, it's a lot harder on them.
It's somewhere you can be able to be yourself and learn how to do better and do better habits and just come out a better person in general, having a better mindset and physically healthy. They help you get on track a lot. So I feel like at the end of the day, they're really all for you being the best you can be. Thank you for coming back and bringing people to hear our stories and to get to know us and be regular customers. And you don't have to spend your money here, but you come here to spend money. So thank you again.
For all of our supporters out there, I would just like to say thanks. We appreciate everything that you do for us. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to have our doors open and provide youth with a second chance at their lives.
Just want to say thank you for everyone that support us and make it possible for us to be here.
I would like to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and keep supporting us because you really changing people's lives, and you changed my life. Thank you.
Tiffany, how does that feel when you watch that and you see the foundation and legacy that you helped establish as one of the youth founders at Old School Cafe?
Honestly, I am just so proud to see Old School Cafe kids go on to do great things, you know, to transform into the better versions of themselves. When you're in a dark place emotionally, or coming from the streets or jail or an abusive home, you really can't see the light. That's why having a physical safe space like Old School to go to is so important. I love that it's not only for the youth, you know, but it's also a fun gathering place in the community, kind of like Cheers, you know, where everybody knows your name. Doom, doom, doom. Is that how it goes?
Yes. And speaking of Cheers, even though we're not physically gathered around our beautiful old-fashioned bar at Old School today, we thought we'd bring a little of that happy hour cheer into your home. So we're very delighted that we have our longtime supporters and a really special part of our Old School family with us today, Priya and Alex Clemens. They are going to be our guest mixologists today. They're going to show us how to make one of their favorite signature cocktails at Old School.
Hi everybody, I am going to make my favorite drink at Old School Cafe, the Lavender French 75. There's already ice in here. In goes the gin, in goes the lemon juice, in goes the lavender scented simple syrup, the secret. The top goes on, you make sure it's on tightly, and shake, 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 shake. Here it comes, this beautiful drink coming out. Oh, cold, gorgeous. All it needs now is a champagne float or some sparkling wine, you know, it doesn't have to be from the Champagne region. And the ultimate touch there, these beautiful lavender blossoms go in as a garnish. This is gorgeous. I can't wait to taste it. But first, honey, what do you have?
That's beautiful. I have a drink that I like to call the extraordinarily dry, grumpy old man martini. Of course, you have your iced martini glass. Get rid of that. I prefer a classic gin. Hendrick's will do fine. And of course, you need the correct dry vermouth to finish it off. You can add olives if you want. I'm not feeling like vegetables this evening. So the most important thing is to carefully measure the gin. That's called as much gin as you're planning to drink that evening. Yep, it's gonna be a long night. And then, of course, the measurement of the vermouth. We just do fumes in this household. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so now what we have here is an extremely cold, extremely dry, grumpy old man martini. Honey, is our work here done?
It would be, but we have a sponsor. Old School Cafe is delighted to have Zarina as a sponsor this evening of the gala. Zarina makes mixers of all types, and you can make these into cocktails if you'd like, or you can make them into
Mocktails! Cheers!
Cheers, everyone. Teresa, cheers. Back to you.
Thank you, Priya and Alex, so much. This is delicious, by the way. What do you think, Tip?
This is so good. You know what goes with drinks? Dinner. Dinner and a show at Old School Cafe, complete with a bottle of champagne. How romantic for date night. So this prize goes to our swag posting contest winner. Thank you for all of those who posted pictures of your Old School Cafe, sweatshirts and shirts and mugs. It really helps spread the word about our organization. Teresa, tell everyone who won our swag posting contest.
Our swag and OSC posting contest winner goes to somebody who made several adorable posts, but also bought 40 tickets and posted that and said, hey, to all her friends and community, join me. I've already got your ticket. And so she did an amazing job just really trying to spread the word. And so we want to say a huge congratulations to Otilia Mirambeau. You have won our romantic dinner for two at Old School Cafe with champagne. Congratulations. Thank you so much for personally inviting your community to join in supporting all of our young people. Okay, so let's check back in and see how our giving is doing. We want to say a huge thank you to Carrie Curtis, Charisse Fontes, Jill Caragold, Lisa Fay, Kay Foster, and Patricia Jackson. Thank you all so much, and so many more. Obviously, I can't read all the names, but we're so grateful for the donations that are pouring in. Your support and love makes a huge difference in helping so many more youth.
Okay, Tiffany, I hear we have some great news.
We are excited to announce that we have a donor that has offered to match dollar for dollar each gift up to $10,000. You can click the link in the Zoom chat, text Old School to 707070 or email your pledge to contact@oldschoolcafe.org to double your gift.
Hey everyone, it's David Chiu from the State Assembly, a neighbor of yours from the Bayview. Old School Cafe is one of my family's favorite restaurants in the whole world. And it's not just because of the amazing food and the music and the space, but this organization is doing so much tremendous work to lift up young people. Now, my family loves the fried chicken and the shrimp and grits, but we have a treat for you today. One of the most popular dishes on the menu is Abu's peanut butter stew. It's a traditional dish from Sierra Leone in West Africa. And by popular demand, Abu, who is an alum of Old School Cafe, he has graciously agreed to come share with us his family's recipe alongside Chef Kevin. Abu, thank you so much for sharing your family's love with all of us.
Thank you, David, for all you do for Old School Cafe. We so appreciate you and everything that you bring to our team. I have with me Abu, who is an alumni and is going to show us how he does his world-famous peanut butter stew.
Hi everyone, I'm really excited to be back over here in the kitchen and just to be able to spend time over here with Chef Kevin. So we are going to be making, our originally Sierra Leone peanut stew, and this is actually a traditional dish from our culture. And just to know the fact that peanut stew is still in the menu, it really warmed my heart to see that.
And we have our crushed tomatoes, our red and green bell peppers, chopped garlic, chopped onions, chopped jalapenos, and then we have an array of spices. We have salt and onion powder, smoked paprika, lemon pepper, cayenne pepper, turmeric, and coriander. And then we also have some pureed yams, some peanut butter, some lemon juice, some olive oil, and some coconut milk. And these are the ingredients that make up this wonderful stew.
Let's get started with the first steps.
Okay, so Abu's going to put the vegetables into the roboku. There you go. Okay, so now we're gonna take everything over to the stove. So first we're gonna add the oil. We're gonna let that oil get hot for about 30 seconds to a minute. And then we're adding the pureed vegetables. And then we're gonna add all the chopped vegetables. That's the green and red peppers. Then we're gonna add the garlic, the chopped garlic. We're gonna add the chopped onions. And then we're gonna add the diced jalapeno. And then you're gonna throw that salt in there. And we're just gonna keep letting that cook until the vegetables get soft. Okay, so you can just start adding your spices. That's the coriander, that's the onion powder, that's the chili powder, that's the turmeric, that's the lemon pepper, that's the smoked paprika, and the last one is the cayenne pepper. So we're gonna stir that up and let it cook for another minute. And we're gonna add the tomatoes. stir that again for a couple minutes. And then go ahead and add the yams. Peanut butter. And then your coconut milk.
Continue stirring it because to break everything down little by little.
Okay, so then turn it down to a simmer. Okay, and it has to simmer for about 10 minutes.
As I'm stirring it, I'm trying to break down all the ingredients down to smoothen the texture. Just give it 10 minutes, and as it's boiled, you come back to actually to stir it because you don't want the bottom of the pot to dry, and you gotta constantly keep your eye on it.
Look good, Abu?
Yeah, looking good, Chef Kevin.
Okay, so we've turned it off, and now we're gonna add the soy sauce. This is tamari because it's gluten-free. And then the lemon juice. That's it?
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good.
And then finish it off with some garlic chips. There we have Abu's world famous peanut butter stew.
Looks good.
Meet your approval?
Yeah, definitely. You got that approval.
All right.
Hope you guys enjoy making this. Back to you guys, Mama T.
Thank you, Abu, for coming back to share your family recipe with us. This is a recipe that I get asked for more than everything else at Old School, so I know a lot of people are excited to learn how to make this dish, especially getting the opportunity to learn from Abu himself. So thank you, Abu and Chef Kevin.
Wow. I mean, I was not prepared for peanut butter to turn into that. That was absolutely incredible. I tried keeping up in my kitchen, and to be honest with you, I just ended up eating half of this container of peanut butter. But you know what? Don't judge me. You know what? I'm going to try again. That's what recipes are for. So thank you, Abu and Chef Kevin, for sharing that amazing West African peanut butter stew recipe with us. And thank you, everyone at home, for tuning in and getting this amazing behind-the-scenes glimpse of what happens at the Old School Cafe's Harlem Renaissance Gala. I'm so inspired by seeing all these kids get together and make such a difference in their community and also make a difference in themselves so they can all go out there and live their lives with the confidence and belief in themselves that all kids should have. So, and also any sort of event with food involved, I'm 100% on board with that. So I hope you guys are inspired and get that sort of feeling of joy and motivation that these kids have. And I hope it motivates you guys to donate generously, because you're not only helping this group of kids, you're also helping the next generation of youth come up and be a positive influence in themselves and in their communities. So if you want to support, please follow on social media at Old School Cafe, and that's spelled with a K like all the cool kids do, and donate by texting 70 70 70 on your phones. And please donate. Thank you so much for being a part of this and watching. And now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to polish off the second half because I always finish a job. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the night. Bye.
Up next, we're going to hear from a few of our alumni. One of the questions I'm often asked is, where do youth go after Old School, and how are they doing now? We have so many incredible alumni stories and updates to share, so it's super hard to just pick two for today. But if you subscribe to our newsletter and follow us on social media, we'll be sharing a lot more of their stories with you in the months to come. Hey, Isaac, great to see you.
Great to see you too. I miss you.
I miss you too. We all miss you. So can you tell everybody, where are you at right now? Where are you calling in from?
Well, currently I'm at the University of California, Merced, or for short, UC Merced. This will be my upcoming 4th week here, basically almost a month. And so far, I'm loving every bit of it.
Tell us, in your first few weeks, what have been the most kind of fun, exciting, and maybe nerve-wracking parts of being away at college?
I'd say like my first day was probably like my hardest day mainly because I didn't know anybody except for my one friend that came from and I've been knowing him since like freshman year, like my freshman year of high school. But other than that, I didn't know anybody. And then I met my roommate, but we didn't really talk too much because it's like I was still moving in, I was still settling in. But then the second day, that's when I just, gave myself a chance and just started going out there. Just went to the lounge where everybody could just go and relax. Hooked up my PS4. People started to come in. I started talking to certain people, and that's how I met basically the group of friends I have now. We basically did all of exploring campus. We went around campus all over. Like we did a lot of exploring. It was really great because it all seemed so new to me. None of it seemed like I've seen this before. Like all of it seemed new, and I feel like that's something that I really wanted, and that's what I was missing. I needed something new.
Tell us a little bit about classes. What have classes been like?
So my first day I took, so I'm taking a class about music and performance and arts. I'm taking a sociology class. I'm taking 4 classes. So sociology, performance and arts, writing, and a skateboarding class, which is my favorite class without a doubt.
Imagine.
Skateboarding class is my favorite class without a doubt. The ground here is so smooth, no bumps, nothing. I feel like I'm gliding. So I love skateboarding around campus. It's literally what I do every night. Like every night I go out for at least 30 minutes to go out and skateboard just around campus. It's amazing.
Can you share also a little bit about, you're the first in your family to go to college, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that and kind of what that feels like and how your family feels? And yeah.
It's pretty overwhelming. That's what I would say. It's during the time when I was still working at old school and then before coming here, I was having like, I don't know, I wouldn't say second thoughts, but I definitely was having it. Like, I was just like, am I going to the right place? Like, could I just stay here? Maybe, I don't know. I was really like second guessing myself. And then I just told myself I have to stop because like, if I keep second guessing myself, I won't get anywhere. So it's set in stone. I already applied. I've already paid the tuition. I'm going. There's no going back now. I gotta go. And lo and behold, like that was the best decision I could have made. Like that was the best decision I could have made ever.
I remember one of the things that was kind of stressing you out was like how you're going to make it work financially, the cost being the first one. And so we sat down and we looked at sort of what the cost was, what your budget was, right? And if it's okay, I'd like to just brag on you a little bit. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Because I'm always telling those that support us that it really does truly take a village. And that's so true because so many of you supported us to stay open this last year and a half with the pandemic. And if we weren't able to stay open, that means Isaac wouldn't have been able to keep working and learning and growing along with all of our other youth. So Isaac, one of the things that you had shared was that tuition was around $38,000. Right. Tuition room and board. So we started looking at, okay, this is what we've got to get. Then you were like, I've got 27 in financial aid and scholarships. Bravo. Cause also you've been working really hard at high school. Then you said, I got another $4,000 in scholarships. And then, so we're looking at that. And so it was 7,000 still remaining. And as we're sitting there, I'm like, okay, so we're thinking, all right, how do we like think this through? And then you're like, oh, and by the way, I also have 12,000 that I saved from working at old school. It's like nonchalant. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Because I think it's so hard for us to save as older adults, let alone being a young person deciding that you're not going to just, buy the things you want in the moment, but that you're going to really think forward and save that for college. So I was beyond impressed and blown away. And I know you're super proud of yourself because that takes a lot of discipline, right? And dedication.
I'm not gonna lie. It was all because of my mom. She was making sure I didn't spend money, but I did spoil myself occasionally with a couple of video games and clothes. But that's because I kind of I really needed something new.
Being able to save $12,000 from your work at old school that you earned, that you put away, that meant that you actually were able to cover that 7,000 and have an additional 5,000 left over for next year.
Well, for one, if it wasn't for old school and everybody that supports old school, I don't think I would have had nearly enough savings or money to just be able to have not worry about my first 2 years. And another thing, it's old school really taught me a lot of stuff in the sense of not giving up and just if I do a mistake, just correct it, or there's always a way to correct mistakes. And I think I learned that the most when I was in the kitchen. If it wasn't for the chefs like Chef Manny, Chef Paula, Chef Mike, Chef Kevin, and even my boy Ty. Man, I miss him. I miss him a lot. Like, it wasn't for them, like, being able to push me forward when I made a mistake, I don't think I would have had as much confidence right now as I do. Like, what I'm doing and how I'm doing in college, like, it wasn't for them.
Watching you at college now and seeing that fulfillment, that is truly the dream of why I created Old School. So thank you for being such an encouragement to me. Well, thank you so much for being with us today. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and you can call us anytime you need anything, you need a little encouragement, you're getting stressed out. We're always here, and we love you, Isaac.
Thank you. I love you all. Thank you.
Hey, Jordan.
Hello, hello.
Good to see you. I
You
miss
as well.
you.
Miss you too.
A lot of people love your fried chicken that's still on the menu. So for those of you that
Yeah,
love
that's
Jordan's
awesome.
fried chicken, you're getting to meet Mrs. Jordan. And
Yes.
actually, and how did that feel to see your name, Jordan's Fried Chicken, Old School, something that you kind of you brought to the menu? There's a part of you, part of your legacy at Old School, right? How does that feel to see that still continuing on and making the, the top fried chicken in San Francisco?
Well, I mean, seeing and knowing that Old School is open, still, especially with what's going on in the world right now. And then there's just the fact that it's in San Francisco. San Francisco is a tough spot to keep a restaurant open. And then to throw a pandemic in the mix of it all, that it's huge. So seeing Old School still, doing this thing is awesome. And then having that be in the top 20, I mean, wow.
Well, and besides the chicken, how does it feel? And we'll go back into a little bit of your story, but how does it feel knowing that you've kind of paved a way as one of the youth in the early days with me? I call you guys the youth founders, that really believed in this vision and this crazy idea of a fully youth run supper club. How does it feel to be one of the young people that paved the way for hundreds of youth that have come after you, that are continuing to have this opportunity in their lives?
It's a great feeling, because me, I love people and I love to see people do well, especially youth. I even came back to help out when I left to be a coach, just to kind of be a guidance for, all these kids coming up, because there's not enough of it in this world, and especially in the neighborhood that you guys are in, and like the demographics of that area, it's tough. And so to try and maneuver that, to not have anyone to help guide you, would be hard. And so Old School is a huge part of being able to do that for kids and the youth here.
So I'm guessing you're probably now around 30.
I am 30. Yeah.
Oh, I knew it. I'm like, okay, if I'm doing the math, I think he's gonna be 30, but wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. What a special I think you were about 15 turning 16. So isn't that amazing to think that we've known each other almost 15 years?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a long time. That is a long time. It's been a great relationship.
Yes, it has. And I love that that's what, to me, when I talk about I forget, because often when I'm talking about my kids, referring to all of you guys, because we're family, right? Like, it's really Old School. My heart was always that it's not about, just a program. It's really about how do we do life and be family together. And you are just a huge part of that. And we are like cheering you on here from San Francisco. Love to see how happy you are. I mean, you're married, you're going to be a dad, have your first baby, you've got a house, and you got that same Jordan smile.
Yeah, but I wanted to show like the goal.
Yeah, the goal sheet that we did with you at Old School.
Like, where we cut out pictures from magazines and put them on, and what we wanted. And I was looking at that, I was like, oh wow, a lot of the stuff on there I've accomplished.
Oh, I
You
love
know?
to hear that.
The younger generation is what's going to be able to help make change. And it can start at old school because you never know where anyone's going to end up after going through the program. But you know that they're more likely than not on the right path once they're gone. I just want to say a big thank you. And without the support, you know, who knows where some of these youth would be today and the struggles that they would have to deal with, and that now because of old school, they don't necessarily have to deal with. So thank you. Appreciate it. And order that fried chicken.
Aw, well, love you so much, Jordan. Thanks so
Love
much
you
for
too.
being with us today and updating
my
us on
pleasure.
your life. And we wish you all the best. And I mean, we'll always be connected. So come visit
Absolutely.
us next time you're in the Bay.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to make a trip with our child. Their first
Oh.
San Francisco trip. We'll have to stop by old school. If not old school, we'll stop by Mamba T's house.
Please. I can't wait to hold the little one.
Yes.
Well, have a great rest of your day. And thanks for being with us.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Wow, it is so inspiring to see the long-term impact Old School Cafe is having on young people and where some of the alumni are right now. Is everyone having a great time? Yeah? I sure hope so. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves while we're gathered here virtually in support of this fantastic organization. We just can't thank you enough for allowing us into your homes and living rooms tonight to share more about the opportunities Old School Cafe is offering for members of our community, particularly the youth. Make sure you're following along on Instagram at Old School Cafe. And if you haven't had the chance yet, text Old School, that's OLDSKOOL, to 707070 to make your lasting contribution. And again, a huge thank you for being here tonight. I'm so thrilled to be able to lend my voice and support to this incredible cause as well. So, without further ado, I am eager to introduce the next portion of tonight's event. Gather around, get your tickets ready. We are about to draw one of our exciting raffle items presented by our generous partners for the evening.
This raffle drawing will be for a private catered dinner by Old School Cafe at your home for up to 8 guests. 7 guests, because I'm going to be the 8th one. And the winner is Lauren Jamie Olkowski. Congratulations. I'm super excited for you. Please email us at contact@oldschoolcafe.org to receive your prize.
Hi everyone, Cheech Marin here. Thanks for being here tonight to support the Old School Cafe. They're an incredible organization doing amazing things for at-risk youth in the community. With an awesome mission, Old School Cafe is giving kids a second chance and uplifting them to their full potential. I hope everyone here has a great night and leaves feeling inspired and hopeful for the next generation. Please open your hearts and your wallets and give generously of your time and attention for the exciting lineup of music, games, and raffles. So go to the link on the screen and give generously.
Amazing. It's so incredible to hear directly from the young people what Old School Cafe means to them, especially through challenging times like this past year. It's great to see how they've persevered and continued to grow with Old School Cafe's support. I'm Andrea Navedo, and I'm excited to be joining the virtual Old School Cafe Renaissance Gala to lend support to their uplifting and inspiring mission. Now, if you haven't had the chance to support Old School Cafe in person, we're excited for you to go behind the curtain with us from the front row seat of your living room. Please know that your contribution goes a long way to help Old School Cafe in their mission to build better opportunities for their community. Old School Cafe is a frontline business and stayed open, paying more than 100 youth steadily during this pandemic. The kids feel your support in real time, and we all have the power to make a difference. That change begins right now with each of us. Stay tuned for a packed hour of entertainment, games, and raffles, and make sure to follow along at Old School Cafe and text Old School at 707070 to donate. Now, next time I see you guys, hopefully it will be in person at Old School Cafe.
Tiffany, I know this next piece about our youth entertainment Old School Cafe is so near and dear to your heart. When you were a youth in the program, it was so fun to watch your confidence grow as you would take the stage and perform your spoken word pieces, as well as sing. You would always sing a cappella. It was amazing. And actually, speaking of, why didn't I think about that? We should totally have you sing a cappella, just a couple bars.
No.
Tiff,
No.
You know you love it. You know you always say no and resist, but you actually like it, and you usually go and sing.
Anyway, for those of you who are regulars at Old School, you already know about this talented young man. He is no stranger at all. He leads the house band and is a very special part of our Old School family. He's been playing with us since he was 12 years old. And you might notice his picture at Old School Cafe above the middle booth when you come in for dinner. Feel free to ask for his autograph. Let's put our hands together for Benjamin.
My name is Benjamin Thurlow Lamb. I'm 15 years old. I play the trumpet, and I've been playing at Old School since I was 12. So I was 12 years old, and I got the opportunity to play at Old School through the SF Jazz Mentorship Program. It was an awesome experience, and the food was great, and we got paid. We were treated like professionals. And I enjoyed it so much that I kept coming back, and I even formed my own band to play here. My band is called Benjamin, and we perform here regularly. Playing for a live audience is really fun, especially at Old School, because a lot of the nights the audience gets like interactive. They clap, and so it makes my band and I feel really good about our music, which makes us enjoy the music even more and want to play even more. The first time I was here, I was really nervous, but now it's kind of like a regular thing. I still get nervous, but it's less of a factor in my playing now. I feel like it'll really help me down the line, not necessarily like in music, but in anything else. Like meeting new people, job interviews. I really like Old School's mission, so I'd say that my dream is to just help Old School, help more people, maybe become even like bigger, more well-known, so that people can also reach out and help the youth staff here.
Next up, we have 2 Old School Cafe Hero Awards for some very special honorees. One of our core values at Old School is calling out the gold in others and honoring those who make a difference in the lives of others. Our first award goes to Jen and Eric Kwan. They are constantly thinking of ways to support our program, from hosting dinners at their house to introducing their friends to Old School Cafe, bringing people into the restaurant. They gave grocery gift cards for our youth during the pandemic, and just so many things. They humbly provide support behind the scenes that has made a tremendous impact on hundreds of lives. It's my honor to present them with the Old School Cafe Community Hero Award.
Aloha Old School Ohana. This is Eric and Jen. We're calling in from Hawaii. We just moved here with our 4 girls after 20 years together as a family in the Bay Area. It's actually where I was born and grew up, and so it will always be home to me. So many wonderful things about the Bay Area and the city, one of them being Old School Cafe. That's why we are so humbled and honored to receive this award this year. When Teresa reached out to us to offer to celebrate the things that we had done for an organization that we deeply love, our first reaction was not us. And then it became only if you insist. And Teresa, thank you so much for insisting. It is a great honor for us. We met you 8 years ago. We learned the story of Old School when we hosted a dinner there. And since, we've just been blessed to be involved. And Jen's just gonna tell a little bit about what Old School means to us and the wonderful work that it does. But thank you so much. We are honored, and we hope we do you proud.
Yeah, not that long ago, Old School shared a quote by Shaka that read, "One of the greatest gifts that you can give to another human going through adversity is hope." And then their post said, "We're doing hope. We're here to show it, live it, and give it." And so as Eric said, we feel so grateful to be able to walk alongside an organization that is literally the antithesis of performative activism. They're the ones that are walking the walk. They have a saying that they see the gold, and they really do see the gold in everyone, in each of their youth, and they seek to refine it every day. And so I heard said the other day that talent and innate potential are equally distributed. It's the opportunities that are not. And so I would encourage you, as we challenge ourselves, to be just extremely generous with your resources, not just your money, which is great, and please donate, but also of your time, of your talent, and of your network, because together we can amplify doing hope. So aloha and mahalo. Thank you guys.
Blessings.
Our next Old School Hero Award goes to one of the kindest, most humble, and generous human beings I know, John Murillo. John has been volunteering with us for 13 years, filming our youth. He's literally captured like Tiffany and several of our other young people growing up over the years for 13 years, documenting everything, never charging a penny, just really wanting to help get our story out there. And so we're so honored, and he hates being on this side of the camera, so this is kind of fun for me. So John, thank you so much for all you've done for us at Old School. You are just a gift and a blessing to us.
Thank you, Teresa. It's been an honor really being a part of Old School and watching it grow over the years, and it's just a really inspiring place that does so much for the community and all the youth. So it's been a pleasure, and happy to be a part of it.
I hope you're feeling as inspired as I am by our youth and our alumni. I mean, what they have gone on to do, this is the future of our world. And this is all possible because of you all. So I just want to say, I mean, it's a little emotional for me watching that and just seeing the impact. And I can't do it alone. It truly takes a village. So I just want to say thank you again to each of you. So we have an exciting announcement. I just got a message that we have another donor that has offered to match up to $10,000. So this is our second $10,000 match. So let's take a look and see how we're doing right now. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. We are getting there. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. So we are getting closer to our goal. And with that $10,000 match, I believe we can get there. And by these donations, I just want you to know that this gives more young people like Isaac and Jordan the opportunity to thrive, to go to college, to have families, to make their dreams come true. I loved seeing that dream list that Jordan had created and that so many of them had come true. So thank you to you all. Okay, so let's take a look. Now that we're seeing some progress, we're going to give you guys some time to keep donating. And let's go ahead and do one last raffle. Does that sound good to you guys? Okay, so let's see. Let's start with, how about if we start with the baseball? 1 second. Okay, so this is for a signed baseball by Brandon Belt, and that goes to Theodore Haas. Congratulations. And then we have the Black Pumas concert tickets, and that goes to Lisa Faye. Congratulations. Well, we are nearing the end, and we just want to thank so many of our donors. You guys have just made a huge impact tonight. I hope you've been inspired and had a great time. Thank you.
What an amazing power hour this has been. Oh my goodness. We are now approaching the end of our digital gala, but never to the end of giving. Because you know what? There will always be a youth like Azaria or Sergio who will need your support. You have the power to make a life-changing impact on their lives. You know what? To feed into the next teacher or designer, restaurant owner, or screenwriter who will then go on to impact the world. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that, right? Oh my goodness. So if you are inspired today and want to give a pledge, you can text Old School to 707070, or to give by check or donor advised fund, email your pledge to contact@oldschoolcafe.org. This is our last ask of the night. So whether you are, sending money or popping by Old School for dinner at a show, volunteering with our youth, or simply sharing our IG post, there will never, ever, ever be enough words in any language to express our gratitude. We joined this meeting as strangers, but we hope we are leaving this meeting as family.
It was such a privilege being with you all today. I hope you're leaving our event with your hearts full of hope and inspiration about the huge impact that we can make in our society when we work together with our hearts, our resources, and our time. I could never do this alone. It really does take a village. Without you, none of this would be possible. So as we bring our event to a close and we give just a final few moments for you to text or click the link to give, we'd like to leave you with just a fun few bloopers to make you smile. From all of us at Old School Cafe, thank you. We are honored to do this work with you.
I just want to bust. Quiet on the set. Action.
And we take reservations on the phone. We restart. Hold on. Because I had it. Okay. This is. Hold on. I got to act. Hold on. Okay, ready? Wait, so I don't have to talk, right? Or you want me to act like I'm talking?
Yeah, act like you're talking.
Hazel Mari Group.
That's all I was trying to say. There we go. That's all I was trying to say. That's all I got. Hello?
Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set.
And
That's okay. That's all right.
I'm so
What bloopers? We're gonna be perfect. There's not gonna be any bloopers. For Shizm on this, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. This is amazing.
And I was almost done, John.
It's okay. Again.
Take two. All right. Okay. You can't put me fixing my hair in the bloopers, just FYI. Next up, we have two Old School.
What? Who's here?
I'm sure it's Next up, we have two.
Oh my God. Okay.